What advice can you give to approaching investors?
So I think it's a hard one. That's a hard one because I think lots of different investors look for different things. I mean, our philosophy is very much about backing the jockey. So we look at the individual as a human being, as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, as a family man, as a potential friend, as a cultural add or a cultural fit. We term we've seen it used now, cultural, to add value to your culture as opposed to just to fit in.
Yes.
So we look at that whole package and we back the jockey. That's really been our culture, and I think a lot of other investors would look at the same. But you need to add value to the investor world as well. You need to show financial gain, financial return, and make sure it's a model that works for everyone.
Approaching investors is think what you're looking from investors. So if you're looking only for money, think twice. Okay. Because you cannot find money through strategic partners that will bring you a network and even channels. So in the end, you have a product. You need a channel and you need people in the ecosystem to help you doing it. So if you can tick those three, better than ticking only the money element.
Okay.
I think many times entrepreneurs approach investors and they don't actually know what they want from the investor. Yes, I want money, but what am I going to do with the money? Why do I want you as an investor? So I think the most important thing about investors is knowing what you actually want from the investor and whether it would be a fit for you. And sometimes I see people going into a pitch and they're so intimidated by the investor, and that's not the way it should be. It should be a mutual relationship. You need to get something out of them, they need to get something out of you, and approach it like that. See how you can make it a win-win.
I think the important thing is to ensure that you find the right investor. In other words, that you understand what they specialize in, what they can provide value to you in. So if there's an investor who specializes in tech and you're in agriculture, don't go to that guy. And as simple as that might sound, you see that people approach investors just arbitrarily without doing their research on them. The second thing is, when you're in front of an investor, is not to bullshit, is to speak straight. If they ask you a question and you don't know the answer, don't bullshit. So I don't know that answer. Write it down, the question, and hopefully you'll get a second chance at it.
Yeah, I have a weird relationship with investors. I feel like every time I've done something really successful, investors have found me. Okay. And so it's this cat and mouse game, right? So when you've got something that good, and you've got something that is got that much potential, and you're already starting to show it, trust me, investors will find you. But if you're waiting and you're sitting around, you've got this idea and this concept, and I hear it often, I just need investment. You know what? Shut up and hustle. Because if you're waiting for investment, guess what? You're going to be waiting for a long time. And so for me, it's like, get that ball rolling, get it moving, and trust me, the people with money, I've got a nose for these things. They'll find you. But if you're waiting in a queue to pitch, means you're not spending the time actually getting that momentum going. So all of my business that I've ever been involved in, I've had to get that ball rolling just because I don't want to go begging for money. And I don't mean it in a derogatory way, but just I feel that if you got the right idea and it's got momentum, you have the best investors finding you.